Hey Pisces, welcome to your June reading for 2018. So where are we going with this? I see a particularly potent love energy coming up for you with the sun moving into Cancer at the end of the month. There's going to be more opportunities for romance, that lovely summer romance where everything's exciting and everything's new and it's lovely weather, depending on where you live. Maybe not so much here, but there is I feel like a good opportunity for new romance here. Some of you are probably already in relationships, and there's a good chance that you could be building bridges with people if there's been conflict. Mars is going to be going retrograde in your 12th house. So you may be deciding to leave behind old attitudes and beliefs or an ex. So some of you have been holding on to somebody from the past that you finally decide to release. You finally decide to let go of your I feel like it's your old beliefs in the way romance should be. I feel like you're trying something new, and I feel like you're releasing resistance to what it is that a partner should be or what romance should be. I feel like you're going in a more go with the flow direction in terms of your romantic life. The sun is currently in Gemini in your 4th house, and this can mean you're focusing more on your home and you're focusing more on building yourself a little shell or a love nest if you're in a relationship. Some of you are maybe thinking about moving in with your partner, but I sort of feel like some of you have been in hermit mode, not so much in your day-to-day activities, but in your head. Like I feel like some of you have been keeping your fears or the anxieties that you're grappling with to yourself. And I feel like it is to do with a relationship. Like I feel like there has been someone or something that has questioned or made you question your value in relationships. It could have been an instance where there was competition and it could have made you feel insecure, or comparison is the thief of joy. So it could be that you were comparing yourself to somebody else or somebody that you regard as an ideal. Could have been a little crisis there. That you may be dealing with Pisces. So there's going to be a new moon in Gemini coming up on the 13th. So I feel like you're maybe deciding about where you want to live, or you may be deciding how to change your environment. I feel like you're getting into, you're maybe spending more on decorations for your home, furniture, that type of thing. I feel like the focus is very much family orientated, and you're maybe feeling a little bit homesick if you live abroad, but this month I feel it's going to be quite significant for most signs. I have a very good feeling about this month for everyone, even though Mars goes retrograde at the end of the month. So let's see. 7 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Yeah, so that feeling of reeling from a disappointment, I think, is coming through very strongly. I do feel like there was somebody else, like there was a competition. And you're sort of comparing yourself to what the ideal was, because this is crossing you, okay? So this is somebody that was lying about something or getting away with something. I take it literally as someone that stole your heart and ran off. Do you know what I mean? Someone that took your feelings, they sold you this really nice picture, or you maybe just envisioned this really nice picture with them and then they ran off, and they maybe ran off with somebody else, they maybe ran off to somebody else, or maybe there was someone in the picture. Could have been someone from their childhood or back home, but it could have been a situation where someone ran back to their childhood sweetheart or their ex partner, and I feel like it's left you with a bit disillusioned in love, is what I'm gonna say. Now this could be ranging from a very long time ago to now, but it's the energy that's coming in with that. So the High Priestess is here and the 7 of Cups. So there was temptations. You did have a feeling about this though. Like you did have an inkling that this was going on. This was somebody that kept their options open, and you didn't want to believe it, but it transpired that way. It could have been a Leo, and this always comes up for Pisces, but I also think this is very much to do with finding your inner strength and finding your own power. If you're a woman, it's finding your feminine power. If you're a man, it's finding your masculine energy. It's really concentrating on the energy that you have within yourself and your inner strength and your inner peace. Okay, so it's not letting someone disturb your inner peace. Queen of Swords is coming up, so you are feeling a little bit when it comes up for me, the Queen of Swords is the ultimate single person. Like, it sort of seems like someone that has become disillusioned with love. So you're going through that period at the minute. In work, you could be feeling a lot more cutthroat, a lot more tough. You could be taking no prisoners. You could just be having this moment of being really, really tough. Now, there is a difference between tough and strong. There's a difference between arrogance and being strong. You know, there's standing up for yourself and being confident, and then there's being more so to me, arrogance can be defensiveness. You know, feeling like you have to be really, really, really tough to stand up for yourself. But really, true confidence and inner peace is where we're wanting to go with this. This is a strength card. It's all about inner power. It's not so much about communicating it to the world and saying, I'm tough, don't mess with me. Which is sort of what the Queen of Swords is. You're sort of thinking of going that direction. You're sort of thinking of closing yourself off from potential love. You're thinking of giving up on romance. You're thinking of buying 10 cats. But I'm just not seeing that for you, Pisces. The Fool, Four of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely disillusioned with love. You're definitely not. You're too disappointed from this person, is what I'm thinking. Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, but there is a victory. Hurrah! Pisces, there is a victory. Queen of Wands underneath, so there's a fire sign for a lot of you. Or someone with a fire moon or rising. I'm getting Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. As always with the Strength card, I sort of lean towards Leo because it is the lion, but that could represent someone that was lying. Like lying, cheating, that type of thing. But I feel like this is more so to do with you getting yourself back together and you getting yourself feeling in a better place regarding this person. And that's going to happen. We are in the 6th month of the year. This is the Six of Wands. This is all about victory, getting the upper hand back, having success. And the best revenge, of course, is being successful. Pisces, like, nobody knows that better than a Pisces. Once you get into your creative flow with things, you know, even if you work in an office, you can still be creative. You can come up with different ideas of doing things, different strategies. You can do things in the evening that enrich your soul. You know, Pisces is a very magical sign. And if you ignore the magic and you just feel the mundane and you just feel normal, you'll go flat. Similar with partners, you need that excitement and you need that romantic energy. And if you've been with somebody or you've been in a situation with somebody where they're not making you feel that magic, you'll go flat. Like, you won't feel fulfilled. You need that excitement and that romantic picture. There's a reason that Pisces is the 5th house. You know, it's that romantic energy. Well, Pisces is the 12th house, but it's that mystical, romantical energy. So it's all about finding your inner spark and finding something that makes you feel excited. You know, finding something that makes you feel excited to be alive, excited to do things, and reigniting your passion in a particular area. So that's concentrating on yourself. That's finding something magical that you can do for you before that comes into your life from somebody else. Because I don't feel like you were getting it from the person that is coming up in this reading. And I don't think feeling isolated and alone is going to suit you either, Pisces. You know, cutting yourself off from what it is that makes you so magical isn't going to work for you either. You're the most mystical sign and you have to believe in the romance that comes through before it can happen anyway. So, let's see. Seven of Pentacles. The Hierophant. Yeah, there was a relationship that didn't grow into the commitment or the level that you wanted it to go to, and you're still dealing with the disappointment of that, or you're with a partner currently and you've concerns that it's not going anywhere, or they have made they've made it known that they don't want to commit or they don't want things to go any further than that. And Three of Cups, the King of Cups in the recent past. So you may have been dealing with a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or they may have just come into the picture and you're sort of rejecting them, is what I'm getting. Nine of Wands, yeah, don't give up. Six of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. Okay, so Pisces, this whole scenario of being cut off and being too defensive and being a little bit colder than you usually would to potential suitors, don't do it. Don't be giving up on it. I feel like between June and September, there's going to be somebody else is entering your life. Romantically speaking, okay? So it could be an earth sign and it could be a water sign. If it's an earth sign, it could be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. But it could be a water sign, so the King of Cups, it could be another Pisces, it could be a Scorpio, it could be a Cancer. I'm also feeling like female friendships are very well aspected, particularly with earth signs. I feel like you have women around you that are very supportive, and I feel like they're encouraging you to be more of your own person, which is what you actually need to be doing very much so this month, Pisces, in terms of love coming in. But I do see love coming in. I just see you being a little bit less hesitant to recognize it. So you're just that Four of Cups energy where someone's making an offer and you're like, and I do feel like it's with a water sign. Very strongly getting another water sign coming into the picture. It could be a water sign returning as well, because I feel a little bit like this is someone you've maybe known before. You maybe never seen them in that light, or you maybe had sort of a relationship that didn't quite get off the ground. You know, you maybe weren't official and you were still dating multiple people. Maybe they were dating multiple people and now they're suddenly coming back, and you're so disillusioned with love that you're not willing to recognize it for what it is. You know, they're giving you signs, they're giving you little subtle hints that they're interested again, or that they're back, or that they've reflected on things, and you're just thinking, but where's the actual action? Like, where's the actual that you sort of saw in the person that you'd liked before? You know, you'd seen more of a drive with this person, you'd seen them be more forthcoming about their feelings, but they didn't have the long haul potential. You know, you've sort of been for someone that disappointed you, but they seemed to be more promising in their forthcomingness, and then you've got this really shy water sign coming in and you're just not taking the bait. You know, you're a fish, Pisces is fish, you're not taking the bait from this because you're disappointed and because you want to see more momentum. But the focus is that if you were disappointed by someone, look at how different they are from this potential suitor and realize that maybe the things you thought would work out weren't such long-term potential. This water sign to me is long-term potential, and I do feel like this is somebody that you, if they're a past person, you really did like them. So it's up to you to give them a chance or not, but they're here. You know, they want to be acknowledged. But you are kind of going through something here, Pisces. You know, you're feeling that disappointment, and I know, particularly if it's this Leo dance with Pisces has been going on for quite a while. I think as long as I've been reading, they've appeared in most Pisces readings. If you're wondering about your person and you don't know if their sun, moon, or rising sign is in Leo, you should check out their birth chart. They may have a Leo moon or a Leo Venus, or a rising. So I feel like there's very strong energy here. But I do feel like there is a water sign returning, is what I'm getting, in the midst of this disappointment. But you're just not seeing it, so that's why I'm here to tell you. You're not seeing it. Ace of Swords. You're going to have your eureka moment. If you've been disappointed for a long time, Pisces, you're going to have your eureka moment, I promise. You're going to have that moment of clarity where you're just like, I'm moving forward, I'm going, the momentum's beginning, not coming back here. Nine of Swords. The Five of Wands. This water sign is really fighting to get your attention. Or this romantic suitor. They don't have to be water signs, as I said, so don't come at me in the comments being like, no, it's a Libra. Because this reading is general, it's for a lot of people, but this person is coming through as a romantic energy, and they're very, very keen to fight off the competition, but this is such a battle for them to get through to you that this is what they want, because they're so shy. This could be somebody new that you work with as well. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so spending time with friends. Friends are totally on your side this month. And here's the Hermit. So this is, again, Pisces, get out of your shell, get out of your head. You know, you'll find the answers that you need this month in relation to letting someone or something go, but you still have to make the effort to get out there, okay? outcome card. Yay. The Page of Wands. Okay, so I have to be honest. I can see this return from someone or two people. Okay, I'm sort of getting two. So you're either dealing, if you're dealing with a fire sign from the past, I can see a message coming through from this person. You also could be dealing with a message from work, because this reading until now, Pisces, has been very love orientated, so apologies for that. But there could also be a message to do with work, financial success, a promotion or a job offer, or hearing on the grapevine that you're being considered for something more significant than where you are, because there's going to be creative success for a lot of you, particularly if some of you are in the writing profession, or creative professions in general are going to be very well aspected this month. In the love note, I do feel like there's also a message coming through from a fire sign from before. For a lot of you, it's an Aries. For a lot of you, it's a fire sign. But I also see a water sign. But I feel like this water sign is someone that you didn't get off the ground with, because they're too shy. And this fire sign is very outgoing, they're very outspoken. They don't have a problem coming back and being like, I messed up, let's give it a go. And then maybe disappearing for like a week. And you're wondering, why did you bother saying that if you're just about to disappear? But I do feel like this water sign is really grappling for your attention, like really fighting for it. And you know, it's fascinating because some of you are going to choose the fire sign and some of you are going to choose the water sign. It depends on which one it is that you really care about. But the fire sign is there. I mean, it could really turn around for you, because I feel like they can be very disappointing. In some levels, they disappointed you before. If you choose to give them a second chance, I do feel like they're giving more to you. They're being a bit more generous. But you're going through this little period at the minute where you're just not willing to hear from anybody, and you're kind of blocking off the momentum of it. When you're feeling very introverted and you're feeling very disillusioned with life and love and stuff, Pisces, you do put out a block to the universe of not letting anybody come through. And then as soon as you have this eureka moment this month where you're like, I'm just moving forward, I feel better about myself, I feel better about my situation, you get a couple of people coming through. And I do feel like this is incredibly similar to Scorpio's reading. So some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio, but there is a fire sign in the periphery too that comes back. And I do feel like there has been a bit of trickery with them. But, you know, I'm all for giving people second chances and things if that's what it is you want. You can't take anybody else's opinion into the equation when it's your life and it's your heart and it's your decision. But I'm kind of on the fire signs, you know, giving them a bit of slack this year, because all the Mercury retrogrades are in their signs. They're all in fire signs. So while it gives the rest of us a bit of a break, in that arena, we then deal with the crap that they're throwing towards us when they're feeling that way, you know, because it's a hard time to have Mercury in your element the whole year. So I'm sort of on the side of giving them a bit of a break. They've been making mistakes or feeling like they've not been putting their full self forward. But if this is somebody from last year and they don't have that excuse, be wary of them behaving in a certain way. You know, don't let them make the same mistake on you more than twice. You know, you give them a second chance. If they do it twice, that's probably better to let them go, because there's a pattern of behavior there. But I do feel like you're better accepting a love offer, or else you're going to cut yourself off and feel a lot of regret for not taking it. Whether this is the water sign that seems quite shy and reticent, or the fire sign that's very like, go, go. Either way, Pisces, it's going to be lovely. You're going to end up with a very sincere connection towards the end of the month, and you're not going to see it coming, because you're going to be so in your own bubble of worry and anxiety at the beginning of the month, and then throughout the month. I think from the 8th of June onwards, you're going to start, well, I feel like around the 8th of June up until the 13th, you're going to be having this eureka moment with the new moon. And once the new moon happens, you're just going to be like, I want this for my life. And new moons are the most potent energy for manifesting things. So on the 13th, make a list of what it is that you want out of the month ahead and watch it happen, because I feel like there is pretty nice relationship coming in. And I do feel like it's either someone that has returned that it never got off the ground with this reticent energy, they're quite shy, or it is with someone that seems to be very forthcoming but has disappointed you. It could also be somebody completely new, and that these are the energies surrounding them. So yeah. That's a lot to take in, Pisces, I know, but let me know how that resonated in the comments, and I will talk to you in July. Bye!